Welcome into this reading. This is going to be looking into a message. Okay. In this very different and unique tarot reading, we are going to be using a Himalayan quartz crystal to actually tap into this energy and get messages from you from this beautiful crystal being. Okay, I'm going to read tarot normally, and then we're going to go into this energy, and I'm going to show you how you yourself can go even tap into your own crystals, how you can speak to them, how they can send messages to you. But in this reading today, we are using this beautiful Himalayan quartz crystal to get the messages out to you. The messages that come from crystals are very different than from spirit guides, so it's very interesting to see what will come up. This video, by the way, is also sponsored by Crystals and Reiki in United Kingdom or the UK, and you can get this there by them. I will put up their link below in the description box. You will see their webpage looks like this. It is absolutely amazing. You will connect with Stu, the owner, or Stuart, okay, and he will then help you and guide you in any of the crystals you need to get. You can also see how easy the interface is, because you can literally tap on these little like emojis and see the benefits or the properties of each crystal. This is an interesting one. This is Himalayan quartz, and the beauty of this crystal, if you can, I'm going to show you like this. It'll be easier. Let me just grab a card over there. Okay, so look inside of that crystal. This is a very high frequency crystal. It is usually used by people who are on a spiritual journey and they want to have like rapid spiritual growth. I would say this is amazing. There are some properties that they have. It's an energy amplifier, so it will amplify your energy. It also helps you to have clarity and focus, which for me is amazing. Healing and balance, spiritual growth and protection, and cleansing as well. But the thing is that I find with this specific crystal, it's that energy amplifier part of it. It will amplify whatever you're focusing on. It will amplify your own energy to another level. So this for me is for people who are really on a spiritual journey. I know Stu, the owner, told me that he's got a couple of these left, and then he's got a lot of clusters and a lot of points as well. So go check them out before they get sold out. But otherwise, there we go. And do check the link below in the description box. First person to come and buy there, your first buy has got 10% off. And I think as of next week, I'll be able to give you guys a discount as well. No matter how many times you buy, you'll be having a discount. So you'll go check that out as well. So let's begin in this reading. Thank you for being here one more time with me, Deborah. I have been away a little bit. I've been on holiday. I've been resting after a hard couple of months of working. So let's get into the mind, the heart, and the soul for you. And then we're going to move into communication with this beautiful quartz point here, or Himalayan quartz. So in the mind, we have got, how interesting, transcend amidst the everyday. How appropriate is this? Because this crystal is about transcendence. It's about spiritual growth and rapid spiritual growth, a lot of rapid enlightenment. So you have to be really prepared to work with this crystal. But I know everybody who comes onto my channel, so I think all of you guys are really ready for something like this. This means that you are living your everyday life. It's mind energy. You are working. You are doing all the things that parents, moms, dad, you've got your own business running. You have, life of your own, whatever it is, relationships, all of these things. But amidst all of these things, every day waking up, doing what you need to do, getting in the car, going somewhere, coming back home, buying groceries, cooking dinner, cleaning the home, whatever you are doing, you're still transcending. You're still coming into a place where you are learning something spiritual, and there is growth happening here for you. This is very interesting. I can't wait to get in the tarot. With regards to the heart energy, we've got awareness. It is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Awareness for you coming in here. With the awareness, it says live in the moment. Heart energy. Okay, so watch those emotions. Watch that the emotions do not take you to another place where you shouldn't be. Watch that these emotions don't take you to a place in the future that you're experiencing anxiety or worry about things that have not happened. Okay, so be conscious of your thoughts and look for signs and guidance. So you are being guided in the heart energy. It's perfect for heart energy, that feeling of being, of trusting my emotion, trusting my feeling. So let's look at the soul energy here. Let's see what's going on here. That's unexpected. Speak truth. This one's interesting. This one's, I'm finding it interesting, to be honest with you. I kind of feel like it's attached to what we're looking at here, because I'm looking at the sword and I'm looking at this crystal. And it's like, look at that. It's like it's a part of that card. You know, there's the point at the end. And I know about speaking truth. It means to speak your heart, your soul, your mind. The sword is also prevalent in this card, meaning that you're going to have to kind of like put your boundaries with certain people using the sword. You're also going to have to cut through the lies. And it also means to speak your truth, because sometimes the sword can be seen as the tongue as well. So you speak your truth. And if not everybody is ready to accept your truth, then you use that sword to cut them out. Yeah, I think for a lot of you guys, you're going through something where there could be a lot of growth happening here for you. To be honest with you, I feel like the speaking the truth energy also ties into how different you are to other people. It ties into maybe needing to conform to those around you to fit in. And this can be, and I think because you're transcending amidst the everyday, you go to work, you're talking to people around you, but it's almost like I pick up this energy of you sort of watching from a distance, and you're not really in the center of the fray of things, and you're watching and you're just seeing how life in general and people in general are so very different from what you are. And we've got Temperance rocking up here, first card to fall out. This is also Sagittarius's energy as well. So you may have Sagittarius in your sign or your rising sign, with Temperance coming in here next to the mind. This is, you know, this card shows me a very busy energy. Okay, Temperance is usually a card of caution as well. So it's a card of caution. I'm going to go with these cards. It's a card of caution. It's a card of sort of sometimes holding back out of fear. It's also an energy of being careful as you move forward. Very careful, maybe with regards to what information you are receiving. Also possibly being careful with people around you. I'm going to show you something here. What I'm noticing with this card, Temperance in this deck, my cat tarot, okay, it's filled with all these fish moving past. But have you noticed, you know, cats and fish, you know, they love this. But he's not just attacking everything. He's being very, very careful with regards to what he's going to go and fish out there. So he's really looking like cautiously at what he should be doing. And this makes me feel like your kind of energy, almost like there's a lot of people around you. It's very busy. There's a lot of things going on, but you're being very, very cautious as to who you allow in. And I feel like it ties back to the soul energy, possibly of what you've dealt with in your life. With the sword being there, it's also an indication that you could have been cutting people out throughout your whole lifetime that didn't align with you, that even maybe in some kind of way or the other, even hurt you in some kind of way or wanted you to be something that you are not. So you had to take back your truth in some kind of way. The Two of Wands coming in here is very, very interesting. I do feel like with regards to this spiritual growth that you're going to be going through or that you're already experiencing, it almost makes me feel as if there's a path that's changing for you up here in the future. And I'll tell you why, because the Judgment card has come out here next to these cards. And the Judgment card coming out next to the Two of Wands is an indication for me that there's some kind of change coming in for you. This could involve so many different areas of your life here. But the path that you are currently on with the Two of Wands is an indication that you are taking a new path here. You're heading in a new direction as you're moving forward. And this new direction with the Judgment card is almost like an ending of your old life or old way of thinking, old way of believing, and a beginning of a new one, like a rebirth, almost like a rebirth energy. This is very interesting. And I'm finding it that you're so cautious, you know, with the Temperance coming up there. You're very cautious with regards to I'll be honest, I'm hearing actually the crystal already communicating with me. So I'm going to say a few things with regards to changes. So I feel like it's letting us know that you're very, very cautious with regards to any changes that you make. You're very, very cautious with regards to shifts that happen in your life. I think you could have had some bad experiences because of that. But honestly, the card that I see coming up in the heart energy, it is excellent. So I'm very happy to see we've got the World card showing up here. Let me get my deck cut. With regards to the World card and that awareness standing next to it here, you've got a lot of connection to this earth in one way or the other. You know, I was just looking at everything that I'm seeing here. It seems like you're very connected to Mother Earth, picking up energies that or information that she may be sending you. I'm actually hearing this coming from the crystal as well, talking about the earth energy, but we're going to go deeper into that. I might have to even cut the tarot and start talking, because if the crystal keeps communicating, it's like it's time, it wants to talk. But it seems to me like you're very connected to this earth energy. And there's communication happening here between you and animals, between you and the trees, between you and plants. You're very aware of life around you. But it's interesting. I think you're very different, you know, from what I'm picking up on. I feel like you're very different than everyone else around you. For a lot of you guys, you may actually connect more to animals and to plants and to nature and enjoy being alone a lot. So you could be a bit of an outsider. And I think can be why you're very, very different. There's something very interesting coming up here. So I'm going to go so long. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to take out the tarot cards, and then I'm going to, I am going to grab the crystal, because it's starting to communicate and I don't want to ignore it. So I'm also going to show you now. If you've been here before, you know how I do this. So if you want to talk to your crystals, and we may think we know our crystals, or we know the properties of our crystals, that inside of each one of these crystals, even though they're a part of a group of crystals, there's thousands of Himalayan quartz crystal. They're not that common, so go and check Stu's store out so you can get them. When you can get them, you'll definitely have them up. He is definitely collecting very rare crystals, so you can go have a look. Each one of them, when they are separated into their individual crystal energies, become an individual, just like we are a part of the source energy. But when we are splintered the way that we are into individual bodies, we end up having our own personalities. Boom. Okay, from what I can tell already, holding this crystal, this is a more male orientated energy, so it's a very doing energy. It's a very strong, powerful energy, and very protective. So what I'm picking up here is interesting already. It's very, very powerful, because usually I will ask the crystals to actually amplify energy for me, but I'm going to do it for you so you can do this as well. So you hold your crystal in your right hand, and you thank it. First of all, thank you, Himalayan quartz. This one's got a specific name. Okay, I haven't yet quite got it, but I know it begins something with like a C, so it's interesting, like Carmichael or Carmel, something like that, something like this, Carmichael, something like this. It's got an interesting, it names itself, so it's very Himalayan quartz. It shows me that it's got almost like a very conscious energy. Okay, so with regards to this, you're going to hold your crystal in your hand. You can do it anytime you want to do this with your own crystals, and we're going to ask this beautiful crystal to please amplify its energy so that I can feel it. And I do feel it immediately in the tips of my fingers, like a little bit of a tingling. Please amplify your energy even more so that I can receive the messages you want to give me, and thank you. Yeah, it's actually really communicating. It's talking about what I was just saying. So it actually said splintered cells. Okay, so it's talking about how there's something very interesting with regards to this crystal as well, and it's connected to you and how you are, and how this crystal is very similar. Okay, so it's talking about how, yes, we are all connected to source, and this crystal is connected to the greatest source of what Himalayan quartz would be, but broken apart into these each individual pieces, we become uniquely who we are now. So do the quartz beings as well. And it's talking about, even though you have separated from source, or so it seems, you still are connected. But there's something with regards to, as I'm looking at the crystal, it keeps showing me, look inside of me, look inside of me. So inside of this quartz crystal, if you actually have a real good look there, look at the splinters inside of, how beautiful is that? The camera is not even doing it that justice, honestly. Every one of these like splinters that you see here, okay, holds knowledge. So when you see these kind of things, especially when you see them like in triangular forms or even just a shattered, it looks like it's shattered on the inside, that is ancient knowledge, okay? So this tells me one thing about you. There's a very big triangular piece there on the side. So it tells me one thing about who you are as well. And it's actually the crystal like talking about this. You are a very old soul. Very, very old soul. I'm sure me and you lived in a cave somewhere together long ago, making fire, you know. And it talks about everything that you've been through in your life and this lifetime that you're currently in. And that's why you're experiencing a lot of, almost like a lot of spiritual growth. For a lot of you guys, you may have had more than one awakening already. You may have had an awakening when you were quite young that was brought on by some kind of trauma or negative experience. But it kind of like woke you up to the reality of the world around you. And ever since that time, you've really been almost like an outsider to everybody, and an outsider in your family in some kind of way, and even in a room full of people, you can be participating and talking, but you always seem to be watching more than participating. And like you can drift out of even of the conversation, and nobody may even notice that you've drifted out. They just carry on their own. They're so caught up still in the matrix, and you've already left it. You've already exited this kind of like it's like a play that we put on when we are born here. We come in here, we have our roles to play, everybody's got their role to play, and so we put on this big theatrical thing that we do globally, literally, and we play this role. And it's almost like you've woken up from that and you realize you are not that person. You are just watching everybody, and you may even be wondering, I wonder when people are actually going to see themselves. I wonder when they're really going to wake up. This is because you are very, very old. You've had many, I mean, maybe even thousands of lifetimes here. Are you not tired? It's literally saying, are you not tired? Okay, so I do feel like you are tired. I do feel like I'm seeing from what's going on in the tarot here, first of all, highly connected to the earth, because I feel like this is your energy. The awareness is connected to the earth with the heart energy. You find animals, nature a bit easier than people. And the only reason you're finding sometimes people hard is because it's like, imagine spending all your time like a preschool teacher and you only hang out with preschool children. Yes, it's a lot of fun, but sometimes you want to talk to grown-ups, you know what I mean? So you may be missing people who are more like you. I can kind of pick it up here. That a lot of people that you're connected to, especially with heart energy, especially with your feelings and emotions, have really hurt you. And this is why I think we've got this like temperance rocking up here in the mind, showing that you are very, very cautious and very, very careful when it comes to all the people that pass you every day. Which person should you trust? It is because you have been taught some lessons here with regards to the heart. And I feel like you're very, very careful with regards to who you let in. One thing I can see here, which this is a card that's not in the tarot, but it's part of the tarot. They've added on some extra cards in this deck. This is called the Unity, or Unity. I feel like your heart is longing for those who are like you, and those who understand better, those who are the outsiders. I do feel like you're an outsider. I know I'm one as well. You won't be here in my channel, okay? Everybody who's watching this video, if you're here at this point in time where we get to the Unity card, comment below and be like, I'm the outsider. And you're going to see how many people are going to respond to you and say, me too, okay? I have got hardly no friends. I've got only a small handful of people around me. People usually don't understand me. people don't get me. Even if people like me, maybe they can't spend a lot of time with me because your energy is just too strong. Other people may take an instant dislike because their energy is too weak. Okay? So get that again. People that like you can't spend a lot of time with you because your energy is too strong. And people who dislike you instantaneously, their energy is too weak. Okay, so this is interesting. And the people who like you and hang around with you but can't all the time, at least they haven't got that weak energy. They're a little bit more further up. But comment below and say hi to each other. You know, yeah, we are all together in this channel. A lot of energies are the same here. I know as well, a lot of you guys, thank you, by the way, for going over to my daughter's channel as well. She's been on a spiritual awakening for a couple of years now. Thank you so much. If you can go check her out as well, I will put at the end of the video a link to her channel, Sacred Source Tarot. She reads tarot cards very different to me, so I actually go to her for my readings, so you can go check her out there as well. I'll put a link below for you in the comments. So with regards to this energy, I'm very curious. I'm gonna ask some extra questions for you because I'm actually very curious about your unity and the people like that you would love to be with that are more like you. So the speaking the truth time, truth speaking, or speaking of the truth, comes up with the Hangman being right next to it. And this is not a time to hold back any longer. This is not a time to, in some kind of way, not speak your truth. It's not a time to hold back because people might think you're weird. You might be surprised because you might be finding other people are like you already and they're also holding back. And when you meet them, you never really get a chance to say, hey, I'm a weirdo. Okay, and then they go, I'm a weirdo too. And then imagine if you didn't say that to each other, you would never actually meet the other weirdo like you. So right now it's time to not hold back parts of yourself. It is time to really go for what it is you want. And if those around you cannot accept your truth for who you are, they are not your people. Remember one thing: if we are surrounding ourselves with people that are not our people, but we're just with them so that we can have people, okay, there's a problem. Because what's going to happen is that we have a limited amount of energy that we use, and we have to keep replenishing. And when we fill up that energy with things or people that are not supposed to be there, nothing new can enter because there's no space. So let go of all those things that are not aligning with you here. Okay, make space here. The Queen of Pentacles comes up in your soul's essence. It is so tied back exactly to what I was feeling earlier on with regards to how you're connected. Even, it doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. This is not about zodiac signs, it's about your energy. It's how you are so connected to this earth. And I just want to give you some advice. It's actually coming from the crystal that I just put down, saying that rooting to Mother Earth and grounding will be an amazing exercise that you can do. Try to, and I'm hearing again, talking about something else. I'm going to say exactly what the spirit of this crystal is saying. It's saying try every day to at least spend 5 or 10 minutes with your bare feet on the ground outside, possibly grass or some kind of trees, anything around you. Okay, even if you've only got concrete, it's fine, it's still earth, okay? And try to get a bit of sun as well. As you're sitting there, allow the connection of what is the sunlight coming down to like connect with you through your sacral chakra, right down to all your chakra systems, right down into the earth through your feet, and almost like create this like loop energy that's coming and sending it back out. You can even pass it through your body and bring it up again and send it out and send it back in. Do that for about 5 minutes a day. I feel like this is going to be this is your crystal speaking today. This is going to be so amazing for you. This is going to ground you. This is going to make you feel emotionally also a lot better. If you're getting a bit tired, if you're getting a bit drained, if you're losing focus, this is going to reground you and enable you to operate even better on our earthly plane, okay? Because your soul is so, it's seen a lot, it's experienced a lot, almost everything, and you've seen everything. That's why you seem like you're such an outsider, because you literally look at people's lives and you're like, been there, done that, been there, done that. learned my lesson. When are you going to learn your lesson? You may even get frustrated with people. And there we go. There's that spiritual energy of what you are. The moon comes in here with Pisces. The moon, and it's so interesting, in the cat tarot, I hardly ever get the moon, you know. So it shows me, especially the way this card looks, you know, look how this cat is just sitting there in the middle of the night looking at the moon. The moon is all about the hidden, what is hidden in the world. It's about mysteries, it's about magic, it's about spirituality, it's about the esoteric. And there you are sitting there in your energy like this, on your own, in your environment, looking at the moon. This is truly what your soul carries. You are this person who is like so different and so unique. And it's like that cat understands that moon. That cat gets the mystery. It feels its energy. It feels Mother Earth. It's just so connected. And I feel like this is so your energy. It is so uniquely you. So uniquely you. So I want to ask now, I want to ask the quartz crystal, okay, can you please answer a question that I had when I was busy with the reading? I wanted to know how do you, okay, actually find your troop? How do you find the people who are uniquely you? First of all, I'm going to answer from what I've learned in my own life. You're not going to find them close to you, okay? You're going to be, especially if you are exactly as I'm picking you up to be, this person that you are, you're going to be very isolated on your own, and there's going to be others like you, they're going to be quite far. So the reason being is because your light needs to shine. Why? We can't have all the light just allocated in one area, so all the people, light beings and the light workers and all these people come in and they can shine a very bright spotlight. You literally need to be placed quite far from each other so that your light can keep the world alive. You do find others like you. And I found that as well. I'm finding I connect to people who are very, very spiritual. I've got a gentleman now that I've connected to, a wonderful soul. I'm redoing my set again, and I bought a beautiful chair from him. It's an angel chair, one of a kind, unique angel chair. You will see it in the next week or two. He runs a business called Dream Catchers in 4 ways, in Johannesburg. So if you ever come to South Africa, you've got to go visit him. I got actually some of my cards from him. So he's amazing, but he's far from me. Then of course, amazing Stu from the United Kingdom with crystals and reikis, another very spiritual person, very far away. So you see, even my daughter, far away from where I stay. So it's very hard to find that unity that you are looking for. But in today's world, we've got something that's counting for us, and that's called technology. Okay, so let's get in here and have a look and see. King of Cups, the emotion comes up with the heart, the Knight of Swords, and Justice. The time is coming for you to start to connect to people that are like you. The King of Cups talks about the heart, and I'm literally looking at the energy of the heart. Stay true to what you feel. Be genuine and trust, especially any intuitive energies that you feel. Trust the vibes of what people give you. This is your superpower. This is your superpower. Sorry, I've got hiccups now. What I am picking up on, what I heard Spirit Guide mentioning now, with the Knight of Swords here, I'm again looking at that sword energy, and it reminds me of this crystal. A lot of, and because of the card that comes up, the third card that I took out is the Justice card with Libra as well. I feel like a lot of connections that you have had were karmic connections, especially with Justice showing up here, that you had to kind of like go through. Because that's what the Knight of Swords would be. It would be like going through something, moving forward, passing through it with that sword, and even having to deal with things. Look, we've got another sword there with the Justice energy as well. And it shows that you, certain things and certain experiences, it was like clearing for you, clearing the history, clearing the energy cords attached to you from our past lifetimes, clearing debts and karmic contracts that you had. And this is what you've like literally been doing, with the Justice card being there and the Judgment card being there in your reading. There is a time coming here where your life is going to change, where things that have been previously happening to you are not going to happen to you any longer. And it's almost like that, because both these cards talk about an ending to difficult situations, an ending to an old life, and the new energy coming in of Dharma, which is now not karma, it is positive connections to people. So I really feel like a lot of your reading has got to do with what is still coming for you, what is happening. And I'm hearing the crystal again mentioning and just saying, just look at how many people will comment on your comment, and you guys will be speaking to each other. Already you are feeling this pull of people with your energy coming in, you know. And I know everyone who's in my channel, you have this energy, or you wouldn't even be here. And this crystal is like, it's coming, that pull of these people who are vibrating in this vibration are all coming together. And we have got so much power right now, because we can meet on social media, we can meet over email or whatever, and safely, guys. Also, don't just give people your address and all that, okay, safely. And it's like communities can be formed where before they were not allowed to be together, and we can now form communities, reconnect with each other, get to know people. And this is going to be ultimately the superpower that takes place, where more light gets brought together, and it is going to be amplified. It is going to be amplified. And this is when, not only about what's happening in the world, but what's happening in your own life, you will be able to also have some kind of connection and feel like you truly connect to people in amazing ways. And if you have gotten to the end of this reading, first of all, let's all together thank this beautiful call. I feel like calling it Carmichael, okay? It's just what comes through. And it's saying it's pleasure. It's very happy that you took time out to listen to what it had to say. It's very, very happy. It's just like, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for hearing me, even though I was speaking through her, okay? Okay, all right. But thank you for hearing us. Thank you for reconnecting to Mother Earth. Thank you for understanding that even rocks are alive. Even the wind is alive. Everything that your eyes can see, even something that has been transmuted by humanity. Ultimately, this is Earth still. And everything is an energy, and it's alive. And especially with the way that you are, you already can easily pick that up. I feel like you can go out there and sit with a flower in your garden, and you can have a whole conversation with that flower. That's the energy that I'm picking up from you. So go try it. You can do the very same thing. Literally just hold your hand around the plant and connect to it and feel its energy and address it. Because if you don't speak to a flower and you don't speak to a plant and say, hello, purple flower, it won't know that you're speaking to it. It's actually just so focused in its little world. If you address it correctly, tree, beautiful oak tree, hello. And it's going to know, literally turn around and be like, oh, a human is speaking to me, hello. And when that actually happens and you actually start connecting and speaking to your crystals, they communicate back. Do you know, like what it's telling me now? We go and we communicate with the rest of the crystals in the world. And we're saying, oh, the humans are speaking to us again. They saw me and they spoke to me. And if 10,000 people watch this video, 5,000 people watch this video, there was a connection that I had with 5,000 human beings. And there is hope for the future. There is reconnection to the world that we're living on. Whoa, thank you so much, beautiful crystal, for being here. I thank you, and I know everybody else does as well. If you got to the end of the reading, this is your reading. That's the only way you know. If you can't watch your reading to the end, some of it belongs to you, but some of it doesn't. When you get right to the end, that's the energy. Do comment below and let me know if you got to the end as well. I'm sending my absolute love to you guys, and I'm so glad to be back again. Thank you for being patient with me. I had to take a couple of days off. We went out into nature. We just had to rest a little bit. We were so tired, so recovered and feeling great again. Great to be back. Sending my absolute love to you guys. And remember, this is my daughter's channel over there. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Bye.